Hey, so let me ask you a question.
Yeah, hold on real quick.
Okay.
Hey, welcome to Loud Dispatch, episode 21 with our special guest,
Mike Hitt.
Hitt.
Clap it up.
Hitt in the house. Hit in the house.
Hit the button.
Hit in the house. Look at that.
That like, that subscribe. Smash them.
Smash that like. Smash that like button.
Smash the subscribe. That worked. All right. Best intro yet. All right.
Yeah, by far.
But let me ask you a question, though, that I've been wondering since I got here was, where did you come up with the name LOUDdispatch? LOUDdispatch.
So it started off with
That's a great question.
It is a great question. I don't think I've ever asked myself that.
We've never addressed this. Never in all the episodes have we addressed this.
We're kicking around ideas. So here's where it came to in my mind. This is how we came to it. We're kicking around ideas. We wanted it to be somewhat pot related, but somewhat like not, kind of subtle. So that's where the loud comes in.
This is in your ideas, right?
Yeah. My initial idea, I texted Cheech and I was like, remember in Anchorman? And he's like, loud noises.
Yeah.
I was like, why don't we call it loud noises? Because we're literally just going to be making a bunch of fucking noise.
Yeah.
And then it was like loud people.
Yeah.
And then it just became, he texted, he's like loud dispatch. I don't even remember what the fuck the dispatch had to do with it, but he's like, it has two meanings. And I was like, I like it.
Yeah. So let me just interject there.
Go ahead.
So I was kicking this idea around with my wife, actually. And like, she was the one that was like, you guys should name it Loud Dispatch. Because we already had the loud part, but like the dispatch, we were like, I don't know, man. It's gotta be something else. Like, we're not just gonna be talking about like weed. Like, we're gonna be talking about like everything.
No, yeah, everything.
And it was like, she was like, so what about, and I was like, what's another word for like, like getting to like
getting it out,
getting an announcement out.
Yeah.
And she was like,
loud pooping.
She was like dispatch. She was like, why don't you call yourselves loud?
Yeah, I like that actually.
And I was just like,
the dispatch.
It makes sense, right? Yeah. And our people are loudies.
Yeah, you need some art of you guys like at a dispatch panel or something.
Like
seriously,
plugging in
loud
things,
dispatch. That'd be sick.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm a Photoshop guy too. I'd even make that thing like CPI. We'll put little like light burns in it and shit.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Cheech.
It's so funny to me, like
loud dispatch in the building. I'm glad I know now.
Either that or an officer. Like I picture like the person at the police station who's always like, oh yeah, dispatch, hello,
Right.
And what episode is this?
21.
Yeah, it's crazy,
it's
right?
Old enough to drink.
Yeah. Cheers to that.
Cheers, baby. Cheers.
Yes.
Yeah, you're starting to enter. You're gonna have to
make money.
Yeah,
at some point, we're gonna need to make money. You loudies hear that? All 13 of you or whatever now. Somebody give us money. That's how we roll.
We always said we're doing this for fun.
We lied. You can't trust us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it's one of those things where it's like, okay, at what point does this become like, hey, can we just like do this and like not have to like come out of pocket every time and like, but like, so like right now it's like it doesn't even matter. It's like it's just fun, you know what I mean? Like,
we don't care to make we don't have to make money to do this. Being band people and with kids and too old for bands, we don't have the time to practice like a band needs and dedicate that time. So we wanted to do something, and I've always been told I should be in radio because of my voice.
You have a great voice, actually.
Fuck the radio, though. I can't say fuck the radio on the radio. So here I could do whatever the hell I want to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it was like that, or I want to do voiceover acting. I'd always love to have voiced like a cartoon character or something.
You would be perfect.
Wouldn't that be cool?
You would.
Yeah. So any of you talent scouts out there, I almost did the class, but I didn't. But yeah, let me know.
How much was a class to do that?
It was at CCAC, and I think it was a few $100. But you end up leaving with a demo, a workable demo to send out and stuff. Yeah, so maybe someday. You know.
I'm all about whatever you're investing for like education is teaching you some new shit. Like it's worth it. People are like, oh, I'm not paying like $200 for a course online. I'm not paying that. Right. I'm like, it might, dude. The information alone might repay you thousands of dollars.
It may not, but just to be smarter.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I feel like no matter what, you break even on anything that you invest in to learn.
Yep.
Anything.
Yeah.
I know so much stupid shit, but to me it's valuable.
Yeah.
To the rest of you could care less. My wife could give a shit less, but you want to know about knives or guns or bullets? Like I'm a big I memorize that stuff for no reason. I don't know why. I can't remember most people's names, but I can tell you the velocities of every major brand of 9mm bullet. You know what I mean? Like
just random
Rain Man shit. You know what I mean? Like Christ.
That is crazy.
Definitely 1,300 feet per second. Definitely.
Wow.
That's the movie. It's the movie.
Wow.
Definitely gonna do it. Definitely.
It's the movie.
It's the movie. I'm playing a part, guys.
Of course.
All right, so we're not gonna get to any topics today, obviously. No, I'm kidding. We will. Just kind of seemed like we weren't heading anywhere with this, but we are.
You are.
We are.
We're heading in a spiral.
It's like
upwards.
that's like I say at the studio, right? Every client who comes, every session, it's like they'll take 10, 15, 20 minutes and maybe they'll smoke and maybe they'll just dibble dabble around. Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll talk. Maybe they'll like listen to their beats or whatever. And then they'll be like, oh, sorry, I'm about to get started. And I'm like, no, this is like stretching before you work out.
Do you?
You know, people like sometimes people come to the studio, they're like, you got to record every second, take advantage of every second, every minute, be prepared, be ready. And I'm like,
you know what though? They're cheapskates.
Yeah, yes.
You know what I mean?
And they're not even just cheapskates financially, but cheapskates just spiritually.
You're
gypping yourself on the whole experience. You know what I mean?
You even see like before we do this, we get here early.
Yeah,
we pregame. Yeah, in a sense, we kind of get the juices flowing a little bit. We did a couple of these really early in the morning, like when we were remote. And man, that's tough. That's some hard shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to think before noon is tough.
Well, for you maybe. I don't know.
Noon is my favorite time to start a session. That's crazy.
Oh, I believe it.
At 12 to 3, it's like my favorite time. You're just so, like you said, I hate every like once in a while I have to do like a 9 a.m. or a 10 a.m. But like you said, no, not till like noon. Like when I could get up, dick around.
Now, when I was in a band and stuff, after midnight was the best times for me to record. That's when I was clutch, because I'm like right between like I'm too tired to do shit, but I'm not like hyperactive and fucking crazy, know. So it was good. Mm-hmm. But so let's real quick, let's talk about Hitt over here. And so you own and operate Middle Class Millionaire Studios,
MCM Studios.
Yep. Fucking right.
Hell yeah.
That's so Berg.
That's so Berg.
No, yeah. So that's so Berg. So we're here with Hitt. Hitt actually, he earns money and stuff, unlike this podcast. I just wanted to point out where you're from. I also want to real quickly. We'll do that whole
Woofy.
What's the buddy? Fuck. What's the name
of
that?
Buddy bandana.
The buddy bandana. Yeah, and it's basically we're just. Code WOOF, WOOF, gets you 40% off. Buy it. All the proceeds benefit.
What does it get you?
It gets you 40% off.
Yeah.
No, but so it's 40% off of matching gear for you and your pet. If you're that fly, I'm not, but if you're that fly, do it. But anyways, all the proceeds will benefit sheltered dogs, and that's why we do it. Otherwise, we could care less.
Yeah.
So
nice.
I'm really happy that's a thing because dog, just helping animals, that's like one of my favorite things. So that's crazy.
Animals are innocent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Animals are No, all animals are innocent. Animals don't know good and bad.
They don't know.
And I was going to make a comment about animal in a house but that's the owner's fault.
Yeah.
Animals don't know. When an animal mauls you, it's fucking instinct.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
If you don't want to be mauled, carry a gun. Don't shoot the animal.
It's not because they hate you. It's not because
they can care less who you are. Yeah. You're near their cub. My wife would do the same thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
The lion's like, I don't like your attitude. I mean,
you're a Steelers fan, aren't you? Detroit, baby.
Oh my god. Dude, that's so funny.
And that's why I love animals. We don't deserve dogs.
Yeah, no, for real.
Fuck no. We deserve cats.
Rest in peace, all the animals, home pets that pass away.
This
podcast goes out to you.
I read a fucking story today. Oh, maybe it was through you.
That's crazy.
It was the one about No, it wasn't. I'm sorry.
Damn.
It was with somebody I know had posted a kind of a cry for help on a Facebook page that he's having a tough time. So a bunch of us reached out. But I started going through his page, and he had a link to a story where some guy owns property, and both of his dogs were shot on this property with a high-powered rifle at long range. People heard the pops. Nobody knows who did it, but the guy killed both dogs. One died on the spot. The other one died at the vet. Like, what the fuck?
Imagine just coming out and that's what you come out to. Like, how?
Imagine being dick enough
they
to
never
fucking
caught
point a
the
rifle. They don't know who did it.
Wow.
Imagine being dick enough to point a rifle at a dog half a mile away from you that's no threat and firing a round through its heart. Like, fuck you. Wow. If I find out who did that, I'm driving. I don't even know where the fuck this was, but I will fly out there and I will fucking ram my foot so far up your ass. You're going to taste my toe fungus.
Settle down. Settle down.
I feel good. I feel good. I'm good. More beer.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
No, I'm sorry. I'm done. But that's a dick move.
In all honesty, though, it's so funny because like dogs like love you unconditionally.
They do.
They really do.
You know what I mean?
I don't know how long you've been gone, but you are back and I love you. That's that's how my dog talks.
They have no concept of time, but like
you a dog guy?
I have 3 dogs.
Do you have voices for each dog?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
you know, like I have one right now, Charlie, and it's a girl. She's a Roddy mix with a lab, and she literally, like, I picture her as just this big dumb animal. I love you. I want to snuggle. Please hold me. I love you, huh? You know, like,
their voice.
Their voice. Yeah,
absolutely. Actually, now that you say that,
I have 2 cats too, but one of them's an asshole, and the other one is like she's not fixed, and she constantly goes around like she's in heat. And it's like, you literally can just hear her going, somebody fuck me. Somebody fuck me. Somebody fuck me. Fuck me. It's like, shut up. Shut the fuck up.
So I have 3 cats and my dog just recently passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that. Damn.
Jonas.
Yeah,
but of course.
You remember Jonas, though.
Yeah.
Like,
wow.
My name is
Jonas.
Recently.
Yeah, like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
We love you, Joe.
That's so crazy because like Hitt was over here. We were just talking about this.
Wow.
I was like, the last time I think you and I hung out like
at the studio.
Like, no, it was.
Oh no, here at the basement.
It was here in the house
on
the deck.
The studio.
Yeah. The
house.
Studio.
Studio.
Yeah, the studio. At the studio. At the studio.
Okay, fuck it.
No, I see where you're going with that.
You fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time is it?
It was Huzzah time.
Huzzah!
Damn it.
You spilled beer all over me.
Yeah, man. Thanks for that. I'm gonna go into work tomorrow.
You smell blueberry.
They're just gonna be like, Fate's not home.
So what were you saying? I fucking totally cut you off with that.
No, I don't even know. It was like we were just talking about, like, I think the last time we hung out was like 11 or 12 years ago. Like, out on the deck. Like,
it's like it couldn't have been that long ago.
Yeah, it was.
No, it could. You didn't live here over 10 years ago, did you?
Yeah. It was like
in the beginning.
Ago.
You just got it.
Just getting here because my concussion story was 9 years ago. Here. And you had just moved in. That was your first big party.
So it had to have been like 9 years.
I'm saying 9 to 10 because that's how I met Cassie at the same time. Oh, Jesus Christ.
What the hell?
I have so much beer on me.
Oh, you do. You do. Maybe chill with the huzzahs. I don't even think anybody cares about the huzzahs anymore. Like,
huzzah! Poll.
Oh, geez.
Huzzah or no huzzah?
That's the poll for the week.
That's the poll for the week.
Huzzah or no?
Do you want me to throw a beer around this place?
No. No, not in the studio.
In the studio. Not. All right. Fine. I'll flip them off.
Let me just ask you this, Hitt. How do you feel about people throwing beer around in your studio?
They don't.
All right, let me ask you this. How much expensive equipment do you have in front of you when you're in the studio? Because we don't.
It's enough, though. That's what I'm saying.
It is. There's still like dried beer on the screen from a month and a half ago.
That's why the screen protector is still on. Do you see this tab? That's exactly why. Because I knew you were going to do shit like that. It's wonderful.
Huzzah.
Have you seen The Great? It's a show on Hulu. It's about Catherine the Great in the Russian, 1400s Russia or whatever. It is fucking hilarious. That's where the huzzah comes from. Every time they do a shot of vodka or something, they throw the glass and it shatters and huzzah. And that's I started doing that in my house as we were watching it. I'd whipping beer cans all over my fucking house. Huzzah! My wife would get so pissed, and that's what started it.
I mean, but
blame them.
No. Blame's still on you.
All right, fine. I'll take it.
So I told you. No, I'm good. I told you guys I wanted you guys to watch this. So I watched this movie today that was recommended to me.
I watched The Goods, which we talked about 2 episodes ago, I think. Great fucking movie, guys.
Oh, they want me to watch
we're gonna watch a trailer.
Yeah.
I don't know. Am I gonna watch it?
I'm gonna let you.
Oh yeah, you're both gonna watch it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you.
Oh, we're going live right now, baby.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I like it.
Check this out.
I like it.
So here we are here. This movie is called Wolf Cop.
Oh, I thought this was Fred.
No, Wolf Cop.
I couldn't tell if that was a fact check.
God.
Yeah. So this, right.
The usual.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I watched today.
Is it almost time?
Time for what?
Ooh, I like how it rips out of the skin.
Right? Yeah. See that?
It's like a face. It kind of looks like you. Ooh,
Oh.
stop over at the brewery. Investigating.
It is him.
Got myself in there.
Right?
You did
I like
seem
it.
like freakishly strong. You had those claws and those teeth. Plus, you know, you were drunk, so I knew it was you.
Hello.
What big teeth you have. That's not all.
So this is a comedy horror movie.
Yeah.
And he's bulletproof? Oh, I guess no silver. No silver.
He's everything.
All right, I could watch this.
He's everything.
Tell him what you told me.
He was a big wolf cop.
I can totally watch it. It's fucking right.
You're a wolf.
I could watch that. Fucking right.
Hello.
Carl. All right, that looks good.
Yeah. All right. So you feel so that's on Hulu for you guys that have Hulu or whatever, and like feel free to look it up.
Crew.
It's something to watch.
You said the Boogaloo Crew? Oh, we're gonna run some band names past you.
Okay.
Erectile Death.
Nope.
All right, never mind. Never mind.
Wait.
I did not.
You're supposed to like it. We didn't go over this before the show. I'm sorry. All right, one more. What was the other one? Death by.
Wait.
Oh my
God. It was pull chain like
pull start penis. Pull start penis.
You know, I thought you were asking me if I knew of these bands.
Oh no. And when I start a new band, that's what the name's gonna be. Pull start penis.
No.
Or erectile death.
That's why I was like, no, never heard of that.
You're about to.
Shit.
You're about to.
I want to run a theoretical past you though.
Please.
Okay. Say a band comes to you with a name like one of those. Okay. And they go, hey man, we want to record some songs. Are you interested in producing us?
I can answer this for him. Yes. Do you have money? Or are you actually busy enough that you can choose who you work with?
It's a little bit of everything, so I'm glad you asked me. Hold on. Good, I got an angle right.
Oh, he looks good over there.
So I tell everybody who asks me this the exact same thing, right? Is every artist is on like you see me on a video? Okay. Every artist is on a 0 to 100. 100 being like, you know, like the best that you could be in whatever you want to do, and 0 being like I don't even all I know is the name of podcasting. I don't know what a mic is, I don't know what a computer is, I don't know nothing. And my whole job is I basically, you know, the first session we kind of put them on that scale. So you might be, you know, and I'll tell them, you know, you're a 37, you're a 60, you're a 80, you're a 10, you're a 15. And so every session you come to me, I'm going to try. I'm not going to try. I'm going to move you up that scale a little bit more.
That's what I want to pinpoint. That is amazing.
It's like an audio doctor.
You are
artistic doctor.
No, let's put you in a new category. You're not just a recording studio.
No, at all. And I think people who come, that's when they're like, oh, they say they do what you do. They're like, this is not what I thought.
I have recorded at lots of places where they could give a shit what you sound like.
No,
have $300 to record 2 songs. They're taking it.
Absolutely.
And they're just like, yep, levels up. Yep, okay, good. And what you do is you actually you try and make your clients better.
Yeah.
And that is fucking beautiful.
Yeah, because that's why I'm happy we have a lot of history. Yeah. Is it's like, if I don't feel like there's a reason for me to be doing this, I'm not going to do it. Yeah. And I always say the day I come to the studio just for the check, like I'll give you $10,000 just to record me, not because that's my work,
snare drum,
but just because they're like, oh, like say I hate them, and I'm like, and I did it for the money, I'll be like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, right. No, the passion's gone.
It's gone.
You're not about money.
You're about the art.
You're about the passion that you have.
The purpose.
Fucking right.
The purpose is huge.
High fucking five. Woo! You know how to give the best high five? Perfect high five every time.
Look at the elbow.
Look at the elbow.
Yes.
Look at the elbow.
My boy taught me that. That's
boom. Elbow love, baby. You know how to give a porn star handshake? So you don't get the anal juice. I learned that in a documentary about Sublime. Seriously, Ron Jeremy used to go on stage and announce them, and so they're interviewing him after for this thing, and he's talking. He's like, "Oh, I used to go up, it's Sublime," and all the crap. And then he's like, some porn star comes up. He's got a sock hanging on his cock. He's butt ass naked, and he goes like this. And Ron Jeremy gives it back, and he's like, "Oh, that's how we shake hands in the porn industry, so we don't transfer anal juices." It was like, what the? No, Ron Jeremy, ugliest fucking player out there. I don't know.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Put the Sonic out. Don't bring Sonic into this.
Yo, he is. Anyway, but at that, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. With that being said,
porn star handshake. If you can't tell, I am the guy that's all about the shock humor. You know what I mean? If I can get you to stop talking, then I've done my job.
You've done it well.
I am the anti-podcast, basically. I am totally destroying everything we try to do here.
Yes.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, right. It works. I mean, whatever. We're having fun.
That's the whole point of it too. Is like to have fun. And like, not to talk shop, but like, dude, you've come a long way. Like, it's like, it's really impressive to see. And
I know all of an hour, and he's grown exponentially.
And it's all happened like so fast. I always tell everyone.
How long have you owned MCM Studios?
Last month was 10 years.
Damn, son. Good for you.
In all honesty, dude,
I love the shirt, by the way. I was telling you earlier. 3LR, live,
life, rich.
Yes.
Love life, live rich. Love life, live rich. No job too big, no artist too small.
I was reading it differently. Yeah. I was just thinking love life, live rich, but it's love life and live rich.
Yes. Yes. Look at the elbow.
We look like idiots. Like, look at your elbow. Wow.
I love it.
But will that work if the person's like 10 feet from you? I mean, I'm looking at the elbow.
Oh, dude, you better be fucking on point, dude. Like 10 feet away and you're running? You fucking better be on point. Fucking right.
I got a guy I've known for years, right? Works at the 7-Eleven by my parents' house. All right, when he shakes your hand, and I'm a firm believer on a good, firm handshake.
Right.
Firm, you don't try and hurt them. Nice, tight grip. Thumb meat to thumb meat, thumb pussy to thumb pussy. But so he goes like this.
Yeah, some people squeeze too hard.
And then he's like this.
Oh.
And it's like, ow.
Firm, not hard.
I came in to buy cigarettes, not break a wrist.
Yeah.
Sorry, did I hurt you?
No.
It's like hugs, not a bear hug. Just
hugs, not
firm.
Yeah.
Firm. Oh, no, wait.
Nice and firm. And that's exactly where you need to be. Like
down with dope, up with dope.
With that being said, have you seen like the preacher handshake?
What's that?
Mark, give me your hand.
Oh no, the limp hand,
the little limp hand.
So when I get that, when I get that kind of handshake, and a lot of times,
why do people do that?
It's meant to be a good handshake, but you miss grab. I will literally go ahead, start. I'll literally be like, no. Give me a good handshake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I will too.
Because a handshake is it's not just a sign of respect for yourself, but it's a sign of respect for the person that you're shaking their hand.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yes.
I know. But I'm saying, like, my mentality is like,
it's actually more about them.
It is more about them. I know I respect myself. I don't give a shit if you respect me, but I'm going to show you that I respect you until you show me you don't deserve it.
Yeah, it'll be, dude, this is a great like example where even in music, say you deal with like a bigger artist. And they're not all like this, but you know, whatever artist is established and they have money and they don't fucking need you, and you go to see them, right? And like, say I'm the artist, be like, yo, what's up?
What's up?
Like this. Yo, what's up, man? Like that, you know? In real life, like this, like, yeah, what's up, man?
What's up, man? What's up?
Like, you know, there's no like,
good to meet you.
Hey, thanks for coming.
Stare in the eyes.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Dude, that.
No, hey, what's up, man? I don't need you. Yeah,
that dude,
you got the stuff.
If you don't,
nope,
dude.
Even whenever you're talking to somebody, like say you're just like talking to somebody and they don't have like an eye-to-eye touch with you, like
that throws me off.
Weird, like
it throws me off whenever somebody's not like looking at me, because then I'm like, should I not look at it? I'm gonna look at their tits then. You know, like I don't know.
But you know what they say? It's like that's another thing is like something crazy. Like 90% of people's biggest fear is public speaking. So, you know, so they're like, so they're even, I've learned a lot of people are just very like this because it's like, they don't really know how to.
Yeah. Like, so to me,
and there's so much about that. Maybe they're like self-conscious. Maybe they're like, someone said something to them. There's so many reasons why someone's like that.
I'm going to get real honest here. All right. Growing up, I was a fucking little nerd dork. I didn't have many friends. I had some good close friends.
What? I can't believe it.
I know y'all didn't know this.
That's so crazy.
So, like, you know, I grew up kind of like, but I didn't care, you know, mostly. And I was a little fat kid, you know, but I was really strong and I was really big for my age. So I was never, the one benefit I had is I never figured someone could beat me up. You know what I mean? So like when somebody wanted to bully me, it wasn't a good idea. Right. I'm not a fighter. I didn't beat them up or anything, but like, I don't take your shit. But it took a long time for me to like who I am, whether I'm fat, whether I'm fit, I don't care. It took a long time to get to the point where I know I'm not perfect and I know I need to improve, but I like who I am now. And that is the big thing in the confidence. That's what people, so like I used to actually teach college.
What did you teach?
Graphic and web design. Okay. I used to run a program out at a college in Menneson. And I also did I knew the whole school. I did portfolio and all that other stuff for the whole school, but I don't like public speaking. But so my first class or two was, you know, nerve wracking. You're nervous. But once you it was a small group and I got to know them well. And now it's just, you know, it's just like this. I'm talking to people, you know, friends. And, but like, I'm not a good public speaker, which is funny that I could do this stuff, but like, I will get up there and you'll visibly see my knees moving and like, you'll hear it in my voice. And I think part of it is that I'm just not confident in what I'm saying. Like especially if I'm talking to you about deep in, I can do it. No problem. Once I let you in and I wear my heart on my sleeve. It's not even on my it's on Cheech's sleeve. That's how far out of my body it is.
Way out there.
I really could give a shit less what you know about me. I am who I am. But that was something that it took a long time to get to. It took years, it took a divorce, it took kids, and it took, you know, bands and friends and
you know what causes that? Let me tell you something.
Causes it, or
like what kind of triggers that, right?
Okay.
Like where you're kind of like, I'm good like this, but I'm not good like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm the same. I can be the same way, is because right now our guard is down. We judge. We already know like why we're in this interaction.
Exactly.
When you're in a room full of people, dude, there's people there, and you can't tell. People are there for you. Some people aren't there for you. Some people are like, he knows what he's talking about. Some people are like, fuck this guy. Yeah. And it's all silent energy just blasting on you. And it's like,
it's firing in your brain behind what you're saying. But once you get to a point where you're like, all right, I'm talking to the people that actually want to listen. The rest of the people can talk.
That's the hardest thing to do.
Yeah. Fuck you. You know, somebody wants to talk. So like, but playing in a band, I would get nervous before shows, but one of the biggest things to me was the camaraderie. My brothers are there with me. My friends, my family, you know, like if we're gonna fucking suck, we're gonna fucking suck together, and we're gonna laugh about it. Later, you know, like it is what it is. And so once you start getting to that point, people, loudies, you know, we gotta brand this shit. You're all loudies. Fuck off. You know, you get to this point where you just like, and that's why I'll go out somewhere. I will make friends everywhere I go. My wife gets so pissed off because I get to know everybody. Yeah. And it's
real quick.
I don't even want to know people that talk to me.
Real quick, my wife actually makes a joke.
That's real.
If we go anywhere, right, and somebody
you already know them is the difference. You already know somebody there.
Yeah, that's
I get to know them. Like I will just start randomly talking to somebody in an aisle and like Johnny go. And by the time I'm done, we're checking out together.
See, you know what I mean? But like I get that way because of that though. Like because I don't care. Like if I see you and I can remember your face and remember something about you, like one quality about you.
Yeah, I didn't say
go for it.
Huzzah!
Thank you.
Huzzah!
Yeah,
huzzah!
That's fine. Whatever. We'll get there. We'll get there. I got plenty of time to clean up.
I was born in a barn. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I pick every one of those up.
He inspired me to do it, so you know. So.
No, it's all good.
I'm like that. I'm like that.
So let's say you have somebody who's like Mark come to your studio and want to record some tracks. Yeah, what would be some words of advice that you would give to this said artist?
Calm down, motherfucker.
I mean, that would just, I mean, that's, you pretty much, if I were to teach that to someone, you just got to be able to sense them out. I mean, just like us, when we go out, you can feel what people are like.
Yeah.
You know, that's another thing is like.
You play the room sometimes.
You have to.
Feel the room.
You have to figure out what they're about because, dude, people are going to come to you just like all them people in the room where you're giving the speech.
Yeah.
They all start at some base level of understanding of you. Yeah. You know, like
can I add to what I was saying before?
Please.
All right. I don't care if you like me, but I want you to like me in the sense that when I first meet you, I want to make a good impression. I want to be your friend. I want you to like me. Yeah. But if you, after meeting me, determine that you don't like me, I don't really give a fuck.
Right.
At that point. You know what I mean? Like, you know me. I know I'm a pretty good person normally. So if you don't like me, fuck off. There's probably something wrong with you.
I want to get to know everybody.
Everybody. Right. Usually. Well, like I'll go to Kennywood and I'll go and smoke a cigarette, get away from everybody, right? I'll be sitting there smoking and looking like I used to have really long hair, you know, my beard. So I don't look like somebody you want it to, but for some reason, everybody wants to talk to me. The old lady with the 3 little babies there. It's like, so how are you doing today, sir? And I look over at her as I'm fucking exhaling smoke from my nose like a dragon, like, I'm good. You? You know, and they're like, she's like, "Oh, that's great. Well, what are you doing here?" All right, yeah, okay. So I'm here with my family. You know, like, fuck it, fine, we'll talk. You know, the weirdest people. The dude with one leg carrying a cooler of beer will talk to me. Will fucking talk to me.
In all honesty, 2020 has been so fucking weird, and like, I don't know. You can hate on me or not, but like, we went to Kennywood this year, and we took Vienna, and like,
I wouldn't hate on you for that.
Like. Kennywood was.
I hate you for that.
Kennywood was like sanitizing everything. Like they were like fucking on that shit. Like,
oh yeah.
Like there was nobody there, and we were still waiting in lines because they were like, "We gotta run this with sanitizer before you can even get."
I still don't know what to do with my fucking cart when I leave Giant Eagle,
bro. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Do I give it to the guy? Do I put it outside? Do I?
It's just
burn it.
But it's changed everything. Like you don't have like these live concerts anymore. Like you know what I mean?
No, yeah.
So, like, what is your venue then? You know what I mean? Like, where do you go from there?
You know, this is a great time for me to bring this up. Is you saying that the Mike Tyson fight last night?
Hold on. I heard you shit.
Okay. Did you watch it?
Did you watch it? I know he smoked a joint before he went out there and threw 193 punches in 16 rounds.
The whole show was sterile in the sense where, like you said, what do you do? There's no audience, right?
Right.
But here's what they're able to do now. They can sell it to you in a way that's not like there was a bunch of people here to prove that it really wasn't that good or that hype or looked like this.
They make it look good.
They make it look like now a movie.
All right.
Yeah.
So I know
that's a good point.
It looks like what's the movie? What's the
Rocky.
movie? Like Blade Runner, Rocky. Like it almost looks like the future of shit is going to look like they're going to take reality TV to the next level. And you know who had it right all along before you tell me?
Good.
You know who had it right all along?
Who?
And I thought this last night. Wrestling.
Oh, fucking right. Yeah.
They had it right all along.
Vince McMahon is
everything now is wrestling. Rap music, boxing, sports.
Fucking fun.
Remember when we said that fake shit?
Yeah.
Now we're like, give me more of that.
First of all, there's a difference between fake and scripted.
Well,
So those people, they're still getting their ass kicked. It's just that they know it's coming.
look,
You know what I mean?
Yes.
We got somebody agrees with us. This is live. They're all talking shit on me.
Drop a like,
what they're saying.
drop a share. I'm here with LOUDdispatch filming the podcast. It's awesome. Hold on.
So wait, let me go back and say, I know Cheech hates this. You might not. So I watch The Masked Singer. I fucking love that
My
shit.
girl loves that shit.
Dude, do you watch it? It's
Just the other night was the old guy. He got the mushroom.
the mushroom.
Yeah.
I fucking I love that show. So pissed I watched it, right? Do you realize that there's no crowd there?
No.
There's no crowd.
No.
And 99% of what you're seeing is computer graphics.
Yes.
Right.
All the background shit.
All computer.
You know how many episodes it took me? And I was like, is that real?
I had to tell my wife. She didn't
What
know.
is that?
Yeah.
They don't know. That's the best example. That's the best example. The Masked Singer.
Right?
The background shit, dude. Oh my
They show
god.
old clips of old seasons of the crowd, or like they'll pan out and show the whole stage, and you'll see crowd heads. But so listen to this. Think about how good the panel is at acting to be able to like.
Oh my god.
You see them? They're talking to the crowd.
Do you think they already know who the singers are?
No.
Okay.
All right. No. That is pure guessing. The way they
Sometimes I guess I'm like, how the fuck were you even thinking of that person?
Ken Jeong is like, so look at the Jag. Oh, you didn't watch it. So he kept playing around with this character, right? And it's season 3. It's like Jag. This person was on Jag, right? And he's going on about this Jag thing, and it's like it's a C-list celebrity that nobody's ever heard of in their life, and like he's just like, I know who this is. They were on this season, this episode of Jag. Yada, yada. And everybody's like, you're an idiot. Shut up. Yada. He unmasked. It is that fucking person.
Shut up! I was like, how do you know that?
He's always like, I looked it up. Season 7, episode 15 of Jag is that person. I was like,
see, you say it's not scripted.
It's not. The guy's a doctor. He's an actual doctor.
That's crazy.
This is going to be the most.
Like just hearing his voice and a couple clues. Just one random.
This is Joe Bob from Jag season 17, episode 3. You're like, you're so stupid. Shut up. No. That's who the fuck it was.
No.
And everybody on the panel was all like, the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. I'm always like, how do you know that?
So I've guessed a few. And like I have some thoughts on who some people are. I'm telling you, Christina Aguilera is on this fucking season.
Exactly.
She's a seahorse.
Exactly my point, bro. But like, she's gotta know. Like, there's no way she's playing it off and guessing people.
Who?
Like, Christina Aguilera.
She's on the show. No,
that's what I'm saying.
No, she's a singer.
Oh,
not a panel. Panel is Robin Thicke, who's a fucking awesome. My father-in-law hates him. I'm sorry, Tom, but he is great. Ken Jeong. What's her name? Jenny McCarthy. For Christ's sake, she still looks the same as when I was a kid. Oh my god, her boobs sag a lot more, but she still looks great.
That matureness, though, you're like,
yeah,
I know, right? She's gonna teach you something.
Yeah,
she's gonna teach you a lot of things. Yeah. Anyways, and Donnie Wahlberg, you're a lucky guy. And then she's from the Pussycat Dolls.
Nicole Scherzinger.
Yeah, she is. Babe.
Yeah.
Right.
She looks exactly the same since
I know, right?
Since Pussycat Dolls.
Plastic.
For real.
It's so crazy, like what they can do with plastic surgery.
No, but some of those, like, you could tell she has good genes. Some people just like, dude, they just look great. Yeah. Always.
I was gonna make a joke about being on her jeans. But I have a wife. Love you, babe. She doesn't listen to this podcast. She has not listened to an episode. Can I tell you how irritating that is?
Hey, hold down. My wife is a soldier. She
I know.
That shit.
I know. Like, she shares it. She likes my wife. I don't even think she liked LOUDdispatch's Facebook page.
Holding it down.
So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing though, because one, I could talk shit on my wife, but she'll have no idea. But her parents would.
Absolutely.
Or because they listen to every episode because they love me.
Oh, cool.
Or
What's not to like?
Maybe it's a good. Well, I think it's kind of a good thing. I mean, she doesn't really need to be involved in what I do. You know, as long as she supports it, she lets me do it. That's about as much as I can ask.
And I think you brought up a very valid point, like being able to just be like, I support like what you're doing. Like that's a big thing.
Well, you know what? I just had this discussion. This is crazy with my own chick, and it's about. Here's the thing: you need your own goals.
Yeah. Oh,
she needs her goals, and you guys need goals together.
Yep.
All right. So
and every relationship, I kind of feel like is kind of even just friendship is even if it's as light as my expectations of this are just I at least want to see you once a month. I ain't asking a lot. Right. Like, I don't give a fuck if we go chill or you come over, we smoke or some shit like. If you're gonna be my friend, I at least want to feel like there's some dedication to it.
So I go, I go a little further than that. So, like,
but relationship is when it's romantic, it goes even deeper.
It does. But I'm saying with my best friends, the friends I've had the longest, right? And an example is my buddy Brandon, Rafosca in Paskina. Brandon, I have been
shout out Paskina though.
Yeah.
What's up, Brando? He's been on the episode a few times. You know Brandon? Okay.
No, but I'm just saying. Shout out.
I love this guy. I fucking love this guy. Anyway, so I love this. So anyway, Brandon has been one of my best friends for years.
Shout out. He said, "Oh, that's great."
You know, yeah. So, but Brandon moved to Vegas, like I don't know, 15 years ago. He was in Vegas for 10 fucking years or whatever, close to that. We didn't talk for a year or two sometimes. Yeah. The minute he calls me, it's like we just talked yesterday. Yeah. You know, those are the friends that
those are good friends.
My best friends, you don't need to worry about me. No. Right. I'll get in touch with you when I can. You get in touch with me when you can. Yeah. We will always.
And that's your goals, their goals,
like that. Goals. We went years sometimes without talking.
Absolutely.
You know, but you're one of those friends, Paskina.
Yeah.
Shout out Paskina.
Shout out Paskina.
One of those friends, you know. You know, and like, so I have those friends, and it's like, I don't need my friends to always. They play for a better term. Base with me. Right. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you're cool. If you need something, hit me up. You can hit me up after a year of not talking to me and doing something. I got your back.
Yes.
Yeah. Those are my truth. Then I have people that I like, tons of acquaintances. Oh, I keep a small group of close friends and the rest are acquaintances.
That's a very valid point.
Yo, I got pissed like a racehorse. You guys keep going.
Yeah, so do I. So after you go,
we're gonna go ahead and pause. We're gonna just pick it right up there with the piss off mug.
It's a piss off mug. I found it.
Where did you find that?
It was over there.
For real?
Hey, look. There you go. Yeah, it was right next to the baby.
Oh. Okay. All right.
It's a piss off mug.
There's a lot of stuff I'm still like finding.
I love telling people to either piss off or fuck off now. That's like my new favorite. Fuck off.
Fuck off.
But you got to do it almost like fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Like you're asking a question. Fuck off. I was kind of worried that when we came back from that impromptu break, we wouldn't have it, but we still got it.
Got what?
Got green. Oh, no,
that looks great.
No, that's horrible.
That's awesome, actually.
Orangey, which is supposed to be
red.
That's
awesome.
But it's orangey.
Hey, orange.
Orange. Oh,
you might as well stay with it.
But look, we look sepia.
It looks great.
See, that's why we went with. So here's why we always used to go with blue, because we got to take the green out. Hang on. Okay, so that we went with blue because the orange, the yellow cast the orange.
It does, yeah, right.
But
that does make sense, though.
The orange is nice.
Well,
sepia,
do you
old school.
Why?
That's crazy.
We have a time machine. If you guys
blue
know that,
is really the perfect color.
Blue is
that's really crazy.
Can I tell you why?
Please.
Yeah.
So when you look at like color on a spectrum, right? Like it's a wavelength, right?
Uh-huh.
And when you look at like the wavelengths of color, you can see like different highs and lows, and that's what like the contrasts are, right? So like of different like major colors. So when you put certain colors together, like I'm colorblind, so
he doesn't know what color this is.
It really fucks with me, right? Like yeah, it really fucks.
So what do you think of the green light? It looks nice, right?
This fucking man, like, come on.
Come on, I'm listening to you. Come on, no, I'm hearing what you're saying.
This is what happens every time. It's like, oh, you're colorblind?
See, I have
what color is this?
I have like super color vision. I'm not one of those people that like one in a million.
Yeah.
But I have extremely good color for a guy. Like, but I'm an artist. I was born and raised an artist. So
yeah.
So you're talking wavelengths, right?
Yeah, like
you know what's funny is so think about it. You're talking digital light, like color.
Yes.
So I'm
wait. So the point that I was getting at was that daylight burns at a blue color. All right, naturally.
Yeah.
Incandescent light burns at like an amber color.
All right.
Right.
We're gonna show how smart we are, despite what you think.
I'm not.
No. This is measured in the Kelvin scale.
You are correct.
The Kelvin scale is the measurement of heat in light.
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
So what we're talking about is that the sun is at, I think, around 3,500 or 5,000 Kelvin.
500.
50. Okay, I'm missing a zero in my things, but 50,000 Kelvin is what the sun is.
Right.
When you look at a high-end camera or you work with something like Photoshop, you start to learn the Kelvin scale by turning light down or increasing it depending on how the photo was taken.
Correct.
And you learn like how to add in, that light that we're talking, that sunlight, is technically a blue light.
Right.
It's a bluish light, and that's because the light's refracted through the sky. You get the blue color, you get all that crap. But
it's
a blue light.
Daylight.
Yeah, if you were to look at that light directly without it being the sun, you would see a blue light.
Yeah. So typically, if you're lighting for a scene for anything, really, daylight would be the best possible option.
Yeah.
This color blue just happens to be the best possible option that we have.
Well, so I wanted to get to the color where you were going, but you seem to have stopped, is the complements. Yeah. The reason this actually looks good, we're actually going to teach you something here today.
Yeah.
This is like the first one in, I don't know, like 10 podcasts we're going to teach you something. So there's color complements. Blue and orange are color complements. Red and green are color complements. And purple and yellow are color complements. Look at a color wheel. Ignore the whole violet and indigo spectrum. It's just purple. It's six colors. Yellow and purple will always be directly across from each other.
That's crazy.
Green and red and orange and blue. And the reason is they are natural
across, not next to each other.
Across. Okay. And if you really have good color vision, I'll tell you a trick you can look for. On a nice summer evening when the sun is orange and it's blowing, it's coming across like a line of trees on the road. Look at the shadows and you will see blue.
Okay.
If the sun's more in the yellow shade, you'll see purple.
What kind of tree? Like
any tree. Doesn't fucking matter. It's the shadow that's cast.
Yeah.
Because what happens?
We're
gonna get real crazy here. The reason this happens is because your eye, once it sees a lot of one color, it immediately starts putting in the complement to balance it out. Your body wants balance at all times. Think about the whole, like, you ever have that, like, I love it so much I can kill it?
Yeah.
You know, that's because when your body gets so filled up.
Like my dog.
Yeah. That's
I want to hug you to death.
When your body gets so elated, when your chemicals are kicking and you're like, this is so great, I love you so much. Your body instantly seeks to balance that. So it puts in anger chemicals.
Yeah.
And that's where that comes in, that like ability to like squeeze it to death because you love it so much that your body's like, no. Be mad too. Be mad too. And so like you get that. And so the colors, your eyes are always seeking. Did you ever ski? Anybody snowboard or ski?
No.
All right.
I sled ride those.
All right. Have you ever worn like orange goggles at night?
Yeah.
Take them off and everything's blue, right?
Yeah.
Because your eye is seeing so much orange that it's trying to balance it with the natural complement. And that's what I'm trying to say. This is not a man-made thing. This is a nature thing.
Yeah.
The colors complement.
Like gaming glasses.
Gaming glasses. Yeah. You know, you wear sunglasses, like dark tinted sunglasses.
Yeah.
Everything's really
polarized.
Yeah, because your eye has been trying to absorb more light for so long that once you take them off, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And so, color complements are a natural thing. And that's what, like, as an artist, I grew up, my father was graphic design from the point before computers. Like they used to actually, like, if you wanted to edit a photo, you would need this red ruby acetate, right? And you would actually cut out the areas that you didn't want included. They would have to reshoot the photo. Then you would actually mold marker renderings and shit.
Because this is what I actually went to school for. Like I went to
school
for the film.
Yes.
Yeah, like film.
Same concept.
16 millimeter, 35 millimeter.
Original computer graphics were.
And like you would actually you would shoot stuff on a silk screen, right? So you would light it, like you would, but you would have silk screen because silk absorbed so much of the light that you could actually film it, and like the film wouldn't expose the silver halide. Then you could reverse the film and then reshoot it with the black silk on the opposite side and create 2 separate images by re-recording on the same set of film.
We should be going live for this.
And you don't need to do any of that anymore.
No, none of that.
It's crazy. You know, yeah.
I make the joke now that like Vienna will never understand like the click whenever you like take a picture and it's like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the click sound. Nobody gets
never. Never. She's never gonna understand that.
Ask them. All right. Show me if you were going to.
Even the phone was simulated.
Right.
Even if you're going to hand signal how you're going to make a call, you're telling somebody like. Without speaking, you're gonna make a call. What are you gonna do? You're gonna do that? You millennial. You fucking millennial. What are you gonna do? I am this. How old are you? Like what? Like 20? Millennial over here. No. Anybody who's over 35 is gonna go like this. Hey, you know what? I gotta say, I like you. No, I just like you a little more.
Wait. That happened over time because at one point it would have been that. And you know what's funny? I have done it enough now. That's crazy that you pointed that out. It evolved into
15 years ago, you would have gone like this, right?
Yes.
So you know what else is funny? Tell somebody under 10 that you're older than Google. How old are you?
38.
All right, you're my age. Right.
Yeah.
Fuck this. All right, anyway. Tell like more nieces or nephews or anything.
Hello.
Tell them. Yeah. Hello.
That's
what it is.
Animorph.
Yeah. Tell them you're older than Google and see what they say.
I mean, I'm older than
not the internet. The internet's
older than social media.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But Google was before social media.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Google. Like, I remember going webcrawler.com, you know.
I mean, you could
go Google like 10 years later. I was like, oh, everybody's using this Google thing.
I didn't even use, dude, you could go all the way back to, I mean, really.
We didn't even really, you could go as far back as we didn't even surf the web. The only reason we connected to the internet was to have an AOL chat box.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
We didn't go online and research. We still went to the library.
You didn't go online and research.
No, where it was like AOL 1.0.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That's all the only reason you went on.
And you're on there typing a message, right?
That's it.
And the phone rang.
Yes. Gone.
Oh.
And the only way, here's another thing. The only way I remember even getting any sort of online anything would have been the AOL or Yahoo home screen. Where I'm like, oh, this is like news and things.
Do you kids know the saying?
Yep.
You've got mail.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
the
that was the best. Your dick got hard
the
when you heard that.
Modem, dude. Understanding that your entire household was not going to be able to receive a message because you are online doing age, sex, loc. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
ASL.
Real shit. Like, but you had like an online, and like even if you weren't there, like you still needed to stay connected. So you would put away an away message, right? And that away message was always like, for me, it was always like angsty band lyrics or like.
We're gonna get dark here. We're gonna get dark here.
We're already.
No, I'm getting dark.
What the fuck? Now, okay.
Is that racial?
No.
Internet. I will say this. Internet
part black
for a little bit was a luxury item. If you even had that, it was like, the internet.
So the only reason we had it so early is because my dad was a graphic designer. He bought a computer. His first computer had 30 megabytes of fucking memory storage, right?
An e-machine,
$30,000, $30,000 to buy his first with the printer and everything, right? And now we're at like $2,000 for something that literally could power a small city back then. You know?
Yeah.
It's incredible. I mean, what they've done with battery power.
I mean, even in our generations, like what we've seen as far as like how music and how art evolves to still make money and still encapsulate people and take them away from everyday life. Because like let's face it, like art in general takes you away from the everyday life, and it gives you like a mental vacation for like an hour and a half. You're checked into this movie, like whatever it is. It kind of is, dude. Like you're
a mental vacation for an hour and a half.
Realistically, you're tuned into this movie for like
okay. I was gonna say when you said art, my first thing was like we need to be specific. We're talking about a movie, an hour and a half. You know, you're talking there's different forms of art which would occupy different spans of time.
Right. But what I'm saying, like as far as like movies are concerned, like, but you could say that with anything, even with a TikTok, like we were talking earlier, or like whatever that social media is, like even a podcast, like when you reach a point where like people just like tune out, and I get it, you know what I mean? Because
I guarantee you that nobody who has actually kept this going is still listening.
Oh no, dude, no.
No, I hope you are, because if you are, let us know that you listen to the whole thing. I'll send you $1 million.
Oh, don't make that promise. That I'll be a millionaire, bro. And I'm saying I will be a millionaire because my wife listens to them all. So I shall.
Totally. Well, you know what you got to do, especially online, which I'm sure this episode has a ton of them, is you need to just make like a dozen 30-second clips.
We do.
Yeah.
Hey, anybody out there want to cut up video for us? For real? Yeah. Well, let us know. I mean, we're not going to pay you, but we'll like mention you on here.
Really focus in on like some point or something someone made.
Right, I'm going to put this out there.
Just share that.
How about like, so one of the things I've talked to Cheech about. So the school I taught at and I went to has a film program. Yeah. And actually, I'm going to contact them and see. I know that the way the school is accredited, they have to do externships.
Yeah.
Not internships, but externships for their final credits.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about maybe getting them, like, we'll go down, we'll interview some students in their film program.
Yeah.
Let them edit our podcast for their externship. As you know, they could be here, they could do the shooting, even, you know, that kind of stuff. Sure. You know, like, I've actually thought about that, you know, trying to help out kids trying to get out of college, get into work. Can
I be real with you?
Be real, baby.
Because if you're going to do that, then there's like a budget, there's planning, there's a lot more to it than just an externship. And in all honesty,
they can figure all that out. I don't care about that.
Nah, man. Fuck it. That's not like what it's about. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, my thought is giving them an opportunity. My thought is like, so in this externship, I don't know what their accreditation needs. Like I know in the graphic design program, I got my students through by doing a fucking, the local high school football program. That was considered an externship, and I was able to use it to get it through. I guarantee you this school would love this fucking, like, we're not talking fucking CMU here. We're talking Douglas Education Center in Menneson. This is a hell of an externship for one of those students, trust me. But it is the George Romero Film School now. That's actually what they've dubbed it.
That's crazy.
Right before he passed away, he gave his name to be used.
What?
So there's Tom Savini. This is the same school that does Tom Savini special effects and makeup.
Wow.
And so they now have the film. They've had the film, but it's now backed by him.
Yeah.
So there's Tom Savini, and like Tom will drive around Menneson.
Yeah.
I know Tom kind of well. He's an asshole, but he'll drive around in a yellow Humvee. The guy who owns the guy who owns the school's name is Jeff. And he's got the Humvee has a license plate that says "Thanks, Jeff" on it.
Wow.
Yeah, like that's how much money this guy brought to the school.
You must be BFFs.
No.
Are you?
No.
Sure?
No.
You sure?
No.
You know
his man Tom.
No. But he knows. Like I know him pretty well, and he is an asshole. Tom, you're an asshole. Not my father-in-law. We're talking about another Tom.
Oh my God.
Tommy.
I mean, but they like, you know, you talk about Pittsburgh's like prime there, like that's some real shit. Like George Romero like brought the zombie era and like
that giving that name to that program really helped it along.
Dude, anybody that wants to be anybody with like a zombie aspiration,
the original namesake on it was a guy Robert Tennell. And Robert Tennell is famous for doing all like the 80s fucking metal videos and shit.
Yeah.
Like, he was very famous for doing all that shit. He was a cool dude. Him and I used to go out after fucking work and get drunk. But yeah. Anyways,
one more Bumble Bear.
I just want to point out.
Crack it.
I just want to point out real quick. My man Hitt over here.
Thanks.
Just adjusted his mic while Mark was talking to like have it like perfect because that's just like it's like so natural. Like, I looked over and
the man knows what's up.
I was like, what the fuck is this man doing? And he was like, just gave me that look.
This sounds good now.
This is better. This is better. Yeah, like this is what we wanted to do the whole time. Like
I like it.
He was the one who got
this whole fucking general out here and shit. You know, he's got over his face there. He's just ninja dipping out of the podcast. He's like, all right, after the break, these guys got fucking weird.
Yeah,
that's why we're not live anymore. He's like, these guys are fucking the part two.
No, this is what gets them to listen to the part two.
Yeah. Really, all right.
But do you do the 30-second clips?
We don't.
You have to.
You want to know what's funny?
We try.
We have not edited a single episode yet.
We
literally just throw an intro and an exit onto it and roll.
You should really make 30-second clips.
Bro, I mean, like,
like I don't have time.
You
want somebody to do it?
Yeah.
You gotta do. You gotta do it.
We do. You're right.
We talk about it all the time. We have these like.
So, you gotta do it.
Hold up.
Seriously,
I want him to do some of it too.
Both gotta do it.
We talk about these really in depth like 30-second clips, like blowing shit up and like crazy shit.
I'm gonna start a YouTube channel called Can We Break It?
Dude, you just need samples of what you're doing here.
Because
you made a lot like the blue light explanation.
Right.
You could be like, blue light explains something like that. You post that. That'll get like thousands of views.
Cheech, I know you're colorblind. I don't know what version of colorblind, but look at his face.
Red and green.
Orangish, blue shadow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at his face.
Yeah, I see it.
Turn your head more so the light's not there.
Yeah, his is like that.
Blue shadow.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Your eye will always add. So Bob Ross, all right? I recently found out that.
Rest in peace, Bob.
So I have 2 Bob Ross bobbleheads.
Nice.
One in my car, one on my desk at work.
That's
$7 on Amazon. I'll send you the link. Fucking right, dude. Dude,
he's gonna send me his associate link too.
Come on,
wait. No, you gotta accept my friend request first. Did you send me one? Yeah, today.
Oh, that's who that is.
And you commented back to me. Literally, we talked, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know who this guy is." Anyways, so
I thought it was, but I wasn't.
That's me. So yeah. All right.
This was like back in the day, though, when you were like AOL meetup and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, wait. Bob Ross. Pay attention to how Bob Ross mixes his colors. Yeah. Right. I found out my TV. We just got a new TV because the old one broke, and I got a Vizio, and there's a whole free channel, like 100 fucking free channels in there. Mm-hmm. One of them is a Bob Ross channel. Mm-hmm. It's literally Bob Ross, 24 hours a day.
Wait, you watch Pluto?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Pluto free TV.
My man.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Yeah, shout out Pluto. This is
shout out Pluto. You want to sponsor the podcast?
That would be good.
Yep, Pluto. Hashtag Pluto.
You watch Pluto?
Nah.
Pluto is just a free channel. It comes with Roku, Vizio TV.
It's a motherfucking planet too.
Yeah.
Fuck NASA.
I've seen
Anyways.
it. I just like I have
right, wait.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. We're going back to the lesson. So Bob Ross, when he mixes his colors, he will always mix in the complement. Just, you might not see it in the actual finished color, but the color.
So blue and orange are together.
So if he's doing an orange lit scene, right? Trees are orange and shit.
Some blue in
the shadows will always have, I forget what blue he uses, but like it's crimson blue or something. But he'll always mix blue into that color. And that's why, like, the best painters, you don't realize that they understand that simple. So I grew up, my benefit in graphic design, I'm actually a damn good graphic designer. I just don't want to do it for money anymore because it was very hard to produce creativity 40 hours a week to people who don't appreciate it.
Can I pause you for like 1 second?
Yes, I dealt with very large corporations, so you're dealing with egos more than like Joe Schmo's garage, who's like, that's great, Okay, go ahead.
So you were talking about those 3 prime colors, right? Like
yellow, red, and blue are prime colors.
So yellow, red, and blue are your prime colors. Kodak, back in the day, if you remember any 80s films, right? The 80s films were like these blown out reds and blues, and
Before they knew they could do red, green, blue.
Kodak actually produced the first film stock that had tri-cut silver halide on the celluloid.
So you could do the 3 colors.
So you could do the 3 colors, right? But that's why
why
80s,
Kodak's logo was the 3 colors.
Yes,
it is. Yeah.
And it was blown the fuck out of everywhere.
You want to get into logos?
That's why in the 80s and shit, like the colors were like way out there in the 70s even, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then eventually they went to this like 5-cut color. And if you look at old school TVs, you'll see like there were 3 lines that had like separate colors, and you would have a reading line that went back and forth. Right.
Yeah.
And then it would skip a line.
Scan lines.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. The scan line.
Yeah.
Right. We don't have that anymore.
No.
Like you think back on like old monitors, and like that was something that we dealt with.
Yeah.
Like the scanning. But like when you look at it at a basic level, it was those 3 colors matching light in a certain manner to give you a certain pixelation.
Yeah.
At some point, we realized that green is a much easier color to make a light wave of.
Right.
So we went to green instead of yellow and just added, took blue out of green.
Yes.
That's where RGB color comes from, red, green, blue.
Correct.
If you look at anything digital, it's always RGB color. If you look at anything printed, it is CMYK, which is cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. You can make every color out of that.
We took that 3, we made this staple that was like, we're going to start pixelating things.
Yep.
For a while there was no limit on pixelation, so you could do whatever you want, and there still isn't any cap, like legalization cap, like so you could have 4K,
Why the fuck would you
10K
cap what color? But anyways,
right.
All I wanted to say was
just saying, there's no way to federally regulate like what is this or what is that, because you can get so tiny on pixelations now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I could never see them regulating
that's
that.
That's what I mean. But like when you think about the basics of
like
it,
the billion pixel image online, you ever go to that?
A ton of those things, they're just doubling the pixels. It's like, when they say it's
like you could zoom in, they're having tea, but you zoom out and it just looks like the area.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
Well, no,
right,
like
right.
If you look crazy. Are you talking like pictures of pictures? Like I
don't know how they do it.
Think about it like this: a picture of Bob Marley, very large picture of Bob Marley.
Yeah.
When you zoom in, it's made of individual pictures of Bob Marley.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Pixelated pictures. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is, so I just want to go back real quick. I want to finish what I was saying.
Yeah.
I grew up
like nanopixel something online or something like that.
Yeah.
Someone showed me that and I was like, what is this?
Bro, real talk. Like when you look at like the way that we are now, right? Like when you describe a megapixel, right? And you describe, and as far as like music or like pictures are concerned, right? Like the megapixel counts, but only as far as the clarity that you want with it. So like the tighter the megapixel, the better the tighter the quality, because it really is
not always.
When you zoom in,
at some point they start to just double or triple the pixels to give you that count without actually giving you that clarity.
What clarity can you actually have on a screen that's 5 inches
let me tell you this. My buddy's always like, my new TV is 4K, right? I could give a shit less. I can only see so well. You know what I mean? Really, like he's like, you got to buy 8K's coming up. 8K. I can't even see 1080p right now. You know what I mean? Like it could be fucking right there. I still can't see it anything less than 10.
So you're right. Persistence of vision is what gives us that property. The reason that we can't see past a certain amount of pixels, right, frames per second, is because of persistence of vision. Our brains technically
are moving at a certain speed also.
Yes.
Yes.
What it is
shutter speed.
Our eyes can pixelate things. Like we don't actually see like our peripheral vision, but we think that we see it. It's our mind creating what we know is already there and existing from seeing.
Well, let's be honest. It can catch movement and change what your eye is seeing.
Right.
It might not know what that is, but it will notice a move.
But it's only because it's creating what it's seeing. But it's
do either of you know what angle we could see at?
What angle can we see at?
This
is a good question.
Do you know it?
Go ahead.
185 degrees is what a human eye. That's what our peripheral can go. 185 degrees is the max.
Yep.
Whereas, like, you look at something like Chameleon could see in 360, and it could see in 180 with each eye.
Mm-hmm.
It can visually move its eyes and see two different images at the same
what's
time.
crazy is looking at you right now. You're in focus and it's all blurry. That's how loud
and then
I look here and you're blurry and that's all in vision. And that's what's so crazy.
Yeah, focal points.
Yeah.
Focal point. You're exactly right, dude. Depth of field, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. I want to go way back, and I just wanted to finish what I was saying. You guys cut me off again. I grew up in art, but I grew up in old school art. You go to college now for graphic design, and you know what they're going to teach you? How to fucking use the program.
Photoshop.
How to use the programs.
Yeah.
You know what that doesn't teach you? What makes good art.
Mm-hmm.
There is a whole science to what the eye wants to see, what is pleasing.
Mm-hmm.
The rule of thirds, golden mean, value and stuff, color, knowing the complements. The benefit, my dad used to teach at the Art Institute. What I grew up in, before I ever went to even high school and did art, I grew up learning all of the old school forms of art. Maitland Graves, The Art of Design, is the best book you could ever read if you want to know what the human eye actually wants to see.
Shout out Maitland Graves.
So it's a book that'll probably cost you over $100 now because they quit printing it 100 years ago. But it is incredible. I've read it twice. But so like that, there is literally your brain already knows how it wants to perceive things. And what most people don't realize is, artists especially, is that like if you use these certain rules and laws, you will make great art. Maybe not stellar, but you will make something that people want to look at.
Yeah.
You know, so repetition with variation. Dot, 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 red dot, 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 you know, boom. Already interesting as fuck.
You're right.
You're sold.
That's real right there. I'm sold. I saw that. I'm sold on it.
Boom. He loves it.
Wow.
It's gonna be our next album cover.
All right. So with that being said, right, the idea of art, the idea of like selling a brand, right? Like, because let's face it,
like LOUDdispatch?
Like LOUDdispatch, yeah. But like what I'm saying is like middle class millionaires and like, you know, your studio like has built a brand around
recognizable,
right? Like it's an art, but it's an art brand that you can label as your own, and you can release things under that brand, under that umbrella of a brand. And like this is something that like
that's what we're trying to do, but we're releasing garbage. Good garbage. I mean garbage as in like you don't want your kids to listen to it.
What I'm saying is like, in all honesty, like that's what like separates people. You know what I mean? Like, so what do you think the next
vision?
Let me ask you this. What do you think?
I'm listening.
I don't know if I'm there.
As a final thought.
I'm listening.
As a final thought.
Final thoughts. Are we there already?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Fuck, man. Yeah, right. I'm having a good time.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like
so many thoughts.
So, all right. Final thoughts. Building a brand in this day and age and where it is going. We've talked about like film, we've talked about like art, and you know, but like we really haven't like discussed a lot of music. And
we haven't.
No, and like
no, we have not. All right, so Rage Against the Machine, favorite band.
See,
with that being said,
fucking love them.
I want to know some thoughts of who you think are hot and who you think are not. And Mark, I'm going to ask you the same thing too, like who you are listening to currently.
All right, ask him first.
Now wait a second.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
I want to put this out there. Who you are currently listening to, and who you think you will be listening to more of in the future, artist-wise.
I already know my answer. I'm going to go pee. I'm listening though.
Now, of course you are.
Hang on, everybody. I'm going pee.
Let's go PV. I'm sorry.
I would die for Pakistan.
You always have to have
argument that happened off screen.
Okay, yes.
26 or 27 episodes if we record by.
Do you know why you have it like that? I tell people in the studio. Hey, I tell people in the studio this. Whenever they're rapping or something, they get it on accident and they're like, does that sound good? And I'm like, do you really want to get that on accident or do you want to get that on purpose?
Right.
I think when you add that extra one, you covered any insurance where it's like, well, you just barely did it. No. Listen, we did it and we went all the way through the finish line.
All right, but I'm telling you right now.
We didn't just go, no.
You know what my dad always taught me? you sprint the last fucking lap.
Yes.
You sprint the last lap.
Yeah.
So
That's that extra quarter. That's that extra 10th mile.
Loudies,
You add it to your win. That's it.
Yes.
Loudies,
That's
we
it.
will have 27 episodes by the beginning of
That's
April.
exactly my point.
No, by January 1st.
No, a year is April.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We
But I'm
start.
saying,
Okay.
Look, I'm with you on that.
By the end of the year.
Look, building up.
That's 6
up a body-
episodes in a month.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but what?
It's not gonna happen.
Run the last mile.
Don't you like me?
Not that much.
Do you not want to like spend time with me that
Not
much?
that much.
Like bi-monthly? Like, come on now.
How much weed you got?
That's
none. None.
That's
He has
cold.
none.
Put
He has
that
none.
up.
None.
No.
Anyway,
That wasn't
so
the right answer.
no, what I'm saying is, so if we kept up at our pace, 2 episodes a month,
Yeah.
roughly 3 sometimes,
Right.
we have December, January, February,
27
and
minimum.
March
27
to
minimum.
get 7
Minimum.
episodes. We'll hit
Minimum.
We'll hit 8.
Look,
We'll hit at least 8.
28.
For April.
listen, in this day and age, it's all about
29. I'm not
it's
including
about
this
the
one.
discography, right?
It is.
Like it's about the body of work.
Bullshit.
It
no,
is.
and
No,
it is
bullshit.
because- and I'm
That's the
calling-
only reason
Hold on.
Jake Paul was able to fight during the Mike Tyson fight.
Thank you, and I will
Pure volume.
and I will put
That
Volume.
I heard you
That's
whipped up
it.
too.
That's
bro,
what I'm
like,
saying, dude.
dude. That's
Music, YouTube,
relevant.
all social media. Relevance.
You're right.
Relevance.
I am not disagreeing.
Clout.
I'm not.
Hashtag.
Yes.
Whatever you want to call
Yes.
it.
I'm not
Whatever you wanna
disagreeing.
Call it.
Discography.
Listen, my youngest son has his own hashtag,
Mhm.
and it is fucking awesome. Hashtag. Do I want to say it on here?
I don't know, man.
Hashtag what?
Our homie Romy.
All right.
His name's
Hashtag our homie Rummy.
His name's Roman.
Shout out hashtag our homie Rummy. Use
Check
that
out
on
my
Twitter.
boy's the cutest motherfucker you ever
Use
saw.
it on Twitter.
Google that
Yeah.
shit.
Google it.
Anyway, so I'm not disagreeing with you guys. What I'm saying